And today we are going to do the game analysis of this game quickly, played by my friend. And boy started with this move b5, which is already quite weird. I mean, why are you already blundering a pawn on the first move itself? For real, dude, just play e5, control the center, and play principal chess. Bro was perhaps trolling and just blundered a pawn like that, and I guess missed this very cute little fork as well, which would have let him get the bishop pair. But all right, he plays knight f6, developing the piece. e5 is definitely a better move because it is controlling the center and again threatening the same tactic. Okay, knight f6. Again, e6 not the best move. Always put your pawns, especially the center pawns, two squares, two steps whenever you get the chance to do so. e5, and here he captured the pawn. That's a free pawn, but he just blundered it up. Yes, he did blunder it up. He should have moved the knight somewhere, and of course, blundering a pawn is way better than blundering a rook. And perhaps you need to go passive. I don't like going passive. I really don't like going passive, guys. I really don't like going passive. I like some active chess, but sometimes you ought to go passive. I just don't know what to do, but activity is what matters. Alright, E5 was the best move, but he lost it. But bro is trying to play on some activity. C6, bro is trying some counterplay, but C6 is already a blunder because you can just capture, and then you're gonna lose this piece for two piece for one piece. You already cooked. But a blunder by white, you can just capture, and with this free piece, and my boy is getting some compensation with the B king and quite lead in development for sure. There can be some very nice, cheeky ideas. So knight b5 was played, bishop a6. Not the best move when you're trying to attack. You really don't want to trade queens, and especially if you're material down. So that is definitely not the best move. I would have considered castling and trying to do something like this. And then later the discord attack still works. e5 again, that's a pawn blunder, but okay, get the rook into the game, that's good. Okay, again, that's a knight blunder. You should think before moving. Just don't throw random arrows in the air. That is highly inappropriate. Playing e6, d6, sorry, pawn to d6, putting pressure on the pink piece was a better move. And of course, these were not possible. And whatever he does, you can just gonna capture, and that is still a good position where the king is slightly gonna weak and cause some big troubles. Okay, you just build a pawn and another piece blunder and another piece blunder, bro. That's the biggest noob I've ever seen playing like 288 rating. Okay, that's such a low quality game. I'm I'm very ashamed, to be very honest. But okay. Okay. What happened? 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 What's still losing? Stalemate or what? What happened? Okay. White wasn't able to win. That's what happened when some noobs play, guys, and I'm a bit sad. Thanks for watching.